I have a problem with this Hunt for Ben Solo movie cancellation. I'm not a fan in general of Ben Solo's turn back from Kylo Ren. However, that said, there is a reason I believe this. When Ben Solo dies, there is no repercussions. For me, it feels quite cheap because the problem is that you can't just do genocide and then suddenly come out the other side and saving a bigger genocide and you're a good guy. That's not how things should work. And one reason I wanted Ben Solo to survive is to face the consequences of his actions. I wanted there to be, after the New Republic, a time where you see people not accepting Ben Solo. Not going, oh, you blew up the entire Hosnian system. Okay, well, you beat Palpatine, so that's okay. No, he did some horrendous stuff over many years. And I feel like now finding out about the whole Hunt for Ben Solo thing, outside of Palpatine being resurrected in The Rise of Skywalker, I think the Ben Solo turn was the thing I liked the least. I thought in The Last Jedi, it was pretty concrete that he was not redeemable. I thought that was kind of the point of the movie. The reason it didn't get made is because it got to Bob Iger of Disney, and then he said no. Couldn't see how Ben Solo came back. Now, obviously, the caveat is we do see Ben Solo become one with the Force. We do see him fade away and disappear. But there are many instances where people come back from things like that or worse. Obviously, the famous ones are Maul got cut in half, Asajj Ventress dies in Dark Disciple, and Palpatine falls down a Death Star chute and explodes into giant blue smoky mist stuff. Even Ahsoka died twice, once on Mortis and also once in the Ahsoka series. Like, resurrection is a very common thing in Star Wars. But they all came back in their own ways. Now, the way I kind of view it would be similar to the Grand Inquisitor in Star Wars Rebels, and his last words are, "There are some fates worse than death." And then we see him in the Star Wars 2020 comics by Charles Soule. Luke goes through a Jedi temple, and then the Inquisitor is kind of like there cursed in a way, and his soul is like trapped there to kind of protect some artifacts and things. And I feel like that could have been maybe the starting point. Maybe it was that Ben Solo, when he died, there was a curse that was put upon him that they could explain in a comic or a book or something, or in the film. The film would have explained him coming back. I feel like what could have happened is Rey or someone else could have heard the voice of Ben Solo or something, and then kind of tried to figure out a way to get him out of this strange purgatory. We see Anakin in the World Between Worlds in the Ahsoka series. Ben Solo could have been trapped in that kind of way, never fully finding peace in this situation that he caused for himself, where the whole Force doesn't really know what to do with him. It's just so frustrating because in Star Wars, it's a fantasy. I want things to cohesively work to a degree, but you can write stuff in. And yeah, I know that would have frustrated some people, but I'm just like, my big thing here is that you had someone, Adam Driver, who is passionate about coming back as a character. There was no studio interference. There was no decisions by committee. It was going to be something which was like a passion project. And instead of that really fully landing and us getting something like that, and they went no, because Bob Iger just doesn't understand people being resurrected in Star Wars, is incredibly frustrating to me. Let me know what you think, and make sure you follow or subscribe and check out the longer form content on YouTube and any podcast app.